Thanks for tuning in today. Looking forward to a little bit of an adventure. Come along for the ride. Oh well, we must be at Springfield Hotel then.
Yeah, I think so. That sign above the door might give it away.
Well, we got prepared for to go to the Sheffield pub, and guess what? The door's closed and it's closed. It doesn't open until... what is it? It would have been really nice to have had a beer, but the Springfield pub was closed. That's a shame. We ended up going across the road and having a bit of a coffee and a pie, and then hitting the road. So nice fine late afternoon up into the middle of the mountains just before winter. Often I think to myself, should I get myself a in-helmet mic just so that I can speak my mind and say what I'm thinking at the time. I think that's part of the reason why we get out for a ride, is the real escape and getting to enjoy the ride without having to overthink anything, because all you're thinking about is being on the bike, the enjoyment of the surroundings, what you're seeing, and then also the actual riding itself, because take your mind off the ball on that one, and potentially you could end up camping in a place that you don't want to camp with broken bones and whatever else. But today was a good opportunity to escape just for an overnighter before winter. Thursday night it was. I took the Friday off and head up to the middle of the Alps, or passes, Porter's Pass, and then in between Porter's and Arthur's is Lake Pearson. We were real fortunate. It was quite a nice clear night, but then at the same time had a feeling that it might get a little bit on the chilly side. Here we are, Lake Pearson. Beautiful spot. I guess it's like over there or over there, right there. Yeah. Yeah. That's nice. So I reckon that the tyre is not quite pumped up enough. It's a little bit wibbly wobbly.
Does it feel a bit meh?
Well, versus yours, which just seems a little bit, we'll say, firmer. But it's a pretty damn magical place though, isn't it, really?
It is. I wonder where the sun will come up from. I wonder if we got reception.
I reckon the sun will come up over the hill.
Well, yeah, we're probably not going to get it at lunchtime then.
So it's about time to put the tent up. We've got quite nice surroundings here. So we're going to pitch our tent right here next to the lake. This lake is a conservation spot for wildlife. So I guess there must be some fish and ducks and other wildlife in here. Yeah, have a good ride over tonight, and it's going to be cold. Definitely very cold. I think it's winter time, and but it's I think it's good to experience all different types of weathers and do these things, because it's good. Here comes a duck. Hello, duck. Quack. So we have everything pitched with a bed. All the stuff is good to go. Food out there, and there's a couple of sandflies around though, I think, and I think the sandflies are gonna bite.
tell you what, I don't think I went by gear like this again. Oh, it's beautiful and warm.
Open the bottle. Oh, look at that. Cheers. A wild buck, and maybe we can eat a wild duck.
Yeah. How appropriate is that?
It'd be quite impressive to climb to the top of that hill. That'd be a walk.
It's a fair hike, isn't it? Oh, watch out for that stick.
Yes, I've got a moon up in behind me, and just down by the water here, there's plenty of ducks and stuff, and it's getting a bit nippy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very nippy, and cheers to nippiness. Hi, how you doing? I don't know what time it is. It's probably around about, we'll say 7 p.m. I might be lying, but what you can hear in the background is a lot of fizzling and sizzling, and a lot of hotness and goodness. It's some cooking. Let's have it. Take a look at that.
There's some man stuff in the stir fry.
I just put my hand across this. Ooh. We might be able to slow motion it down, and then do that. How hot is that? What is a curry without the jerk? And just like that, dinner is cooked. Delissimo. So what are you actually trying to do here?
Put my camera on the tripod.
Oh, do you mean I got to bleep that bit out? What sort of camera is this?
Oh, camera. It's a digital one, duh.
What does that mean? Is that like a it works?
I mean, it doesn't use film.
No.
So you want to? Oh, where the is everything? Yeah.
So what are you going to take a photo of?
Oh, the stars.
And we're going to see this photo in my video maybe.
Yeah, we're going to see the time lapse.
There's a moon over there.
Yeah, we're not shooting the moon.
Well, they'd have a pretty damn big bullet. What are we doing here?
Oh, well, actually, I need to see. Look, there's the hills. There's the mountains.
The
two
mountains.
peaks.
I can see the stars here.
Yeah. See, I can't. I can get the pointers.
Yeah, the people of the world won't be able to see this, but yeah, if they look up there, then right. So this will be like a time lapse thing, and it'll capture the movement of the star and get a much better definition of what the night sky in there. It's funny really, because when you look at that focus, it doesn't look that focused.
It's when it's small. When that dot is at the smallest, it's when it's focused.
Yeah. So there you go then. So we'll see. We'll eventually, once I publish this film. So after all that rigmarole in the darkness, Ant managed to capture some pretty spectacular night sky scenery, which you see it much. You see it well when you're out there, and but you don't actually capture it with your bare eyes when you're just looking. So it's really cool to have captured that with his camera. You saw a wee moon lapse there, which is what I captured on the old GoPro, and then a good night's sleep, and wake up to a beautiful sunrise, which is another fantastic excuse why to just get out and enjoy these places, man. It's beautiful, and the magic of this is the silence-ish, because we're right next to a highway. Not too busy, but it's busy enough that you can hear some traffic through the night. What was incredible was the transformation of the lake and the sky and just the environment as that sun rose, and the way that the mist and fog sort of came in, rolled in, and then rolled away and then came back again. And then just watching the ducks and stuff, we sat there for ages just enjoying what we saw. It was spectacular. Go do it, I reckon. That's what you should be doing. There's other lakes around that are just as spectacular and just as beautiful. This one, Lake Taylor, a bit further up into the mountains, a bit more an adventure kind of route to go, but worthy of the trek for sure, man. So just, you got to go out and do it. Do I look cold? Do I make it look like it's been cold? It's been very, very cold. There's a good frost on the ground. Look at that. Well, it's not that good, but it's cold. That's for sure. Rats are real troubles getting the toes. Toes got very cold in the tent. I need maybe 2 pairs of socks. But the rest of me was fine. Don't know if I got much sleep or not. But look at that vista. I know there's a few campers and stuff in front, but it's a beautiful morning. It's a great campsite. It's well pointed, nice clean toilets. They smell good too. They've got air freshener inside. That's funky. I mean, that's got to be a good thing. Nothing worse than smelling the funkiness in the toilet. But again, $8 for the night, and you get this still day, beautiful, good. I've got some eggs here.
I've got 2 eggs right here.
Oh, that's a mighty good feed, I reckon. Well, it's time to go. It's been a good weekend at Lake Pearson, mid Arthur's Pass, and I'm going to head back round through Reefton over Lewis Pass, back to home. See you back at home, or somewhere along the way. You know what, when you go camping out in the wilderness, you might kind of debate whether this was actually wilderness, but when you get out camping in places like this where there is no cafe, pub, whatever close by, there is no reason why you should eat like a pauper. There's no reason why you just can't be a little bit just take some good food and eat it. It's easy to cook. These camp cookers, camp stoves and stuff, they are so easy to use. Just a little bit of gear you got to take along with you, and it's actually I think cooking the food, whatever it might be that you cook, simple or not, really adds to the experience. It was amazing, this wee section here we had gone through about a month or two before, and the transition from autumn into winter, all the leaves were gone on the previous clip. So we made the decision, of course, to go round the block in a sense, where we go back over the Lewis Pass through Reefton, Lake Brunner to the left there. And as I had mentioned before with my professional testing, I needed some air in my tyres. I put some air in, and I was a little bit on the low side. Not as low as I thought I was, but it was low enough. My biggest problem, I think, was that the tyres are squaring off a little bit, and with a little bit less air in there, just gave a funny feel on cornering. But these are one of the things you transition with as you're riding a bike, and that as the tyres wear down, you have to ride with the feeling of how the tyres are changing through time, because often they will square off because the majority of the road you're riding on is straight. A great stop at Reefton at the cafe here, had a pie and a biscuit, delicious. Reefton's a great wee town. I was born here as a young baby, which is probably quite understandable, as babies are generally born. That's insane. From here you go through to Lakes Point, Springs Junction, and then up over there, Lewis Pass to home. Springs Junction's another place to stop at. I guess most people stop there for fuel. There's a coffee shop and stuff, you can stop and chill. But I tell you what, we chilled enough on the ride itself. If we were to go back to Lake Pearson and rethink our trip back, we may have just gone back over Porter's Pass at home because it was bitter. But it was an enjoyable ride. I think that's one of the things that's about riding, is that you get on the bike, you ride, and if you ride in any weather, it's those variables in the weather that really kind of make the ride enjoyable, memorable, and satisfying in many ways. And it's just a really cool learning experience. I'm not sure if it's a learning experience. It's maybe a learning experience in the sense that, yeah, I'm insane, and why did I do this for when I could have just been sitting at home having a cup of coffee or a beer or whatever it might be that you want to do, or lie in bed and have a bit of a nap or watch some Netflix or that sort of thing. So again, I really do thank you for coming along for the journey, and hope you enjoyed this clip, and maybe some inspiration to get out and do this sort of thing yourself, because it's worthy. You can do a day ride and stuff, and they are awesome, but popping away, pitching a tent and staying somewhere overnight is just magic as well. So get out there, do it. Thank you again, and I really appreciate the people watching my films. Thank you. Cheers, till the next time.